Shalom, Makim. I want to start off by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. The honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone for talking this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth. And also the brothers that teach us word and sincerity. This is the brother Iwalami from GMS Chicago. Come back at you with another lesson. Basically, to talk about how Jacob, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you Israelites, believe you are free, but you're still slaves. In 2021, here in America and all other, places of the world, you're still slaves, to these heathens, especially to the so-called white man. So I'm gonna read this quote off. It says, "The best slave is the one who thinks he is free," by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. This Edomite, because what? They know that you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are still slaves. Despite them saying, you are free. You still slaves, despite them giving you voting rights, giving you a holiday called Juneteenth. You have to understand that you're still slaves in this society. Just because they give you benefits, it doesn't mean you're free. So I'm gonna start off with a precept. This is Baruch 3:8. "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity." Right, we are yet this day in our captivity. The captivity that we're in, it never went anywhere. It's just upgraded. By the way of the prison systems, education, different things like that. We are yet this day in our captivity. Bear with me for a second. "But thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse." And you have to understand that we're in this captivity because we transgress the laws, statutes, and commandments that we transgress the laws, against Yahweh Shah. That's why we're in this captivity we're in right now. For a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments. Yeah, because you have to pay bills and different things like that. In this society, according to all the iniquities of our fathers. Yeah, because what did our forefathers do even before us? They would tend to go off against Yahweh Shah, serving other gods, etc., which departed from the Lord our power. Right, that's why the Lord has given Esau Edom the dominion over us. Our people in the prison systems. Esau Edom has destroyed the mind of our people so much. Like it goes back to the quote. Let me go back to it actually. "The best slave is the one who thinks he is free." Right, a lot of our people think they are free. Because what? A lot of our people, still think they so-called African Americans, Mexican Americans, Central Americans, Honduran Americans, Jamaican Americans, and I can keep going on and on. Because what? Our people has been stripped, from their identity, their nationality, Because this goes back to a curse also, and I'm gonna get it if I will. This Deuteronomy 28 and 48. "Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things." Right, we have to go to our enemies, for these different things to survive, in this society. "And in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things." Yeah, because Jake think they own something. If a Jake open up a business, they think they got it. But the matter of the situation is, you have to go to your enemy, for all these things. "And the want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee." Right, that happened in slavery, but the literal yokes of iron is on our mind today. Thinking that our people are free. Thinking, cause what? The education system. Bear with me for a second. Basically putting our people in a position, to think. Basically Esau Edom put our people in a position to think how they, basically Esau Edom is putting out there to make our people think in a way that they're free, by giving them benefits and different things like that. And the little yoke of iron is on our mind now, because Jake don't know what's going on. They call themselves, like I said before, these different proverbs and bywords, that the Lord did not give us, like African American, Mexican American, whatever the case may be, So like, bear with me for a second. Yeah, and our people is completely destroyed in this society. You know? This is the book of Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. Right? The prison system is full of our people, and that is by design also. You know, they make money off our people. You know, our people get caught up in the system, and they, is forced to do the same thing that they was, on the street, and which ultimately lead them back in prison. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none says restore. Right, because we have no help on this side. You know. I'm gonna read this again, Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. Yeah, we're robbed and spoiled. How are we robbed? From our nationality, from our heritage, from our power. First and foremost, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And you know what? Everything is taken away from us. Like I said before, this always go back to the curses, And the sad thing about it is our people own these proverbs and bywords, being called Negro, African American, Negroid. Our people, take pride in these different proverbs and bywords. That's how our people, as the scriptures say, our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, Because when I just read, he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And those little yoke of iron now is on our mind, So like about that, I'm doing this lesson outside. But to just continue, let's continue. This is the book of Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart. Actually, I'm going to come back to this one. I'm going to say this one for last. No, matter of fact, I'm going to read it now. This is the book of Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Right, talking about this current day, society. This world that we live in right now. This is not our rest. Because what? Jake is still in slavery. Both physically and mentally. Our people think they are free, by receiving these benefits and whatnot. But like I mentioned, beforehand, our people, make up, 90% of the prison system, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans. Our people are wrongly convicted, etc. I can go on and on. You have to think of the fact that, Esau Edom put, a lot of our people up against each other. You have to think back to the Willie Lynch letter. The Willie Lynch letter plays a big part of that. And that, but ultimately it goes all the way back to the curses, Bear with me for a second. This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Right, the reason why we're in this position or this predicament, because what? We sinned against Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And this captivity is not only for a season, because the Lord is coming to deliver his elect. Whether you believe that or if you don't, this word is still going to stand anyways. But just to basically bring out this lesson that what? Jake think they're free in this society, but what? They're still slaves. Mainly, mentally, in their mind. Because what? They're still calling themselves after them proverbs and bywords that the enemy has given them. Thinking their own people is the enemy. So Esau Edom got our people in derision. That's how ultimately, us being in this captivity today. So Lord, when I hope this is edifying to the elect, I want to start off with praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah Ba'Hashem, Rakah Hadash. The honors to the elders and the apostles, great millstones, top is true. Salutations to the hopefully black that's around the four corners of the earth, and also the best interests toward sincerity. Lord, one, I hope this is edifying. Lord, one, I hope another blessing. Shalom.